Hey guys, crew at Blind Wave back. We are here with Superman Lois. I'm Aaron.
Eric.
And we are back from our trip to London where we filmed last time.
Yep.
That's why we're a little late getting some of these episodes up and done.
Yep.
But last time, Superman Lois. Oh yeah, you don't have any notes, do you?
I remember. If you touch my wife again, I'll come after you.
That's so good, right? And then he took off running.
Yeah.
Oh, so great.
Yeah, he did. Out of the county.
This is not a moment for Superman. He's not going.
Right? Remember, kids, violence is never the answer. Except when you gotta beat some ass.
When it is.
But I also appreciate that he said, and my wife will destroy your life. I love that one of Clark's, greatest things he can do to threaten you is oh, Lois is gonna shred you. Mm-hmm. Tear you to shreds. It's really funny.
And then we got a suit for Jordan,
We did.
right?
A suit.
We had the comparison of look, you don't have glasses like your dad.
Yeah.
That's what works.
Here's some goggles.
Yeah.
Probably work even better. Maybe. I don't know.
From Grandpa.
Yeah.
Grandpa's dad. Or
Sam.
Right?
We had a poll last time too, though.
Oh, did we?
Will there be a twist this season like there has been before? A little twisty twist. We haven't had that twist yet.
Oh, you mean onomatopoeia being someone we know?
Yes, that would be one. 17% said there will be no twist. 82% say there will be a twist.
This is true. Now, if there's not, is it our fault for thinking there could be a twist? As long as you're not displeased, there isn't one. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should we be expecting one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, a lot of people were. AAA Dattery says, Lex being brought up throughout the season in the plot line with Superman's blood, I think there's a chance that Connor Kent shows up.
Connor Kent?
Yeah.
So we get another son.
Another son, but it's
Another
not my
one.
son. He's not my son. You know? Pyfeg says, you asked for our crazy theories, so here it goes. Our John Henry Irons may still show up in the series. As you know, Superman and Lois loves to tackle the interplay between people from different worlds. So the twist being that he's not actually dead, but this Earth's John Henry Irons.
He's onomatopoeia.
Maybe.
That's why he's so shocked to see himself.
Plus, the age-old rule of superhero shows is that if the audience hasn't been shown a body, that character is fair game. Somewhat related Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. trivia that you've probably known for a while, but Elizabeth Estrange directed episode 2 this season. Yeah, she's been popping up in a lot of different things. Doing some direction. Good for her! Marcus DeBoss says, Bebo. That's the twist.
Dude, we're in an alternate reality now, but Bebo could still be in this world, right? He just shows up.
Yeah.
That'd be great. No, it wouldn't.
Wouldn't be great?
Why am I saying this? What have you done to me? Get rid of this shirt!
Oh, no, my flamingos!
I gotta be honest. I'm not okay with Lois getting her treatment at Bruno Mannheim's hospital. Am I the only one who thinks the priority here should be her beating this thing and not poking around in Al Capone's vault?
It's Lois's treatment. She's allowed to decide where she gets it.
Bruno Mannheim stole your blood and then tried to blow up John Henry's sister. Not exactly the resume of a top care.
Yep. I agree with Sam.
Still mad about me going to Hops Bay Medical Center?
Yep.
I'm just here to support you, Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Any way I can.
Four-wheeler?
Four-wheeler?
I'll see you at the dance, Dad.
I'm excited to see Sam chaperoning a dance.
Me too. Or a four-wheeler. In there.
Why do you on the four-wheeler?
Miss Lane, we're all ready for you now.
I don't trust this nurse.
What? Why?
Because he's from Hobbs.
Doesn't mean they're all
Medical
bad.
Center. Look at him.
Ah!
Look, Aaron! Aaron!
Give me a look.
See? Ah! Yeah, they have a thing called the port. It just goes in there, and that way they don't have to keep sticking you with needles
Yeah,
over and over
my
again.
grandma used to have one of those. We were in a cancer center just yesterday, and it's one of the most grounding experiences. I felt so sad being in there.
Yep.
Not so bad.
Especially an evil one like Hobbs Bay.
It looks terrible.
I'm getting
Look at
all
that.
the context clues and the music and the shots. I'm like, yep, this place
This
sucks.
place is evil. Screw that nurse.
Hey, Junior. How you and your mom holding up?
Don't act like you care.
Of course I care.
Really? I know you cheated to beat my dad.
That is not true.
Cheated.
Whatever.
How'd she cheat? Did she cheat? She didn't cheat. Did she cheat?
It feels like she cheated, thus that's good enough. You don't have to have actual evidence for these things.
Oh, yeah.
Have you not been around?
I forgot about Fox News.
Those wheels are so clean, Aaron.
They haven't hit any mud yet. Hey, this is cool. Spending time with, like, all his grandkids,
The
you know?
helmet kind of looks like Mark Henry's helmet a bit.
Any idea who that is with Jordan?
Hey, Nat. Guess who I found in town looking for you?
Who is it?
That dude from Metropolis?
Mateo?
The one that we said could be the son of Mannheim?
Don't trust this. Mateo. A little close to Metallo, if you ask me.
That's just the coincidence, Eric. He's adding L.
The nurse said the anti-nausea medicine might wear you out, so maybe I should be the one doing the investigating.
Or being a patient here will allow me to move around more freely, undetected, so you just stay here.
It is a good thing. It's like, hey, what are you doing here? It's like, I got cancer. All right.
Going in.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, she probably should do. Man, it looks like they're in the clouds. They've already gone to heaven.
Oh! Did you see the double needle? Oh my god, that was huge, Aaron.
I'm glad I was already like looking at you.
It's like
Who's this guy?
Alive.
a fucking shotgun.
It's doing more than that. Are you clear on what you need to do, Mr. DeStefano?
Ah, this is James. Oh fuck, he's got goggles.
He got a whole mask.
He's
Whoa.
a phaser. Sent phasers to. I don't watch Star Trek. Phase.
Stun? Did that thing?
Seems like a lot just to go to some high school dance.
Not just a high school dance. A high school dance with you. It's totally worth it.
I don't know. Something's going off in my brain.
Really? You don't like the little light shining through and stuff? It didn't do that with the phasing guy, but with him it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
And these nurses.
How are you doing?
I just want Lois to get better.
Looks like we
Sounds
have another
like
one.
every other spouse.
Have a seat.
It's hard to be there for a long amount of time.
Yeah.
You make a lot of excuses. That's why you don't want to go.
I've been out here a while. I don't know, half a dozen cars driven by, and you're the first person to stop.
Yeah, well, it's no big deal. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
So yeah, right there. That's pretty much what I do for a living.
You'll be a firefighter.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Hey, John, we gotta get going so I can get ready in time.
Go. See you next Saturday.
Will do.
And he stopped like on his way. It wasn't like he was like on his way home, had time to kill. It was like, we're trying to get somewhere for the dance and stuff. And
Objectively, he did do a lot of good for this town.
Oh, trust me, the bad outweighs the good here. I mean, I have plenty of proof of Dean robbing this city blind.
Lana, well, unless people know the truth, they're gonna keep blaming you. If you want, I can help clear the air.
with a news article.
Sounds like collusion. Politicians with reporters trying to change my mind about shit. Not this mind.
Radiation surgery was in remission until it came back, end of last year.
Sorry to hear that.
And for me, I've been on both sides of the chair. First was where you're sitting with my daughter, Diana. She had breast cancer. Took her 3 years ago this month. She would have turned 37.
Wow, she was so young.
Her doctors thought the same thing and kept telling her not to worry, even though the voice in her head knew something was wrong.
Oh, Clark.
I'm really sorry about your daughter.
Me too.
Nothing stops this lady. She's getting chemo.
What's she gonna do? She gets caught. Is this where I put in my files?
Looking for
my
this
lab
the bathroom.
results. This isn't my desk.
Hey. Terrible idea would be here. Terrible idea.
Tara would be here.
The mold remediation is nearly done, which means your school and your lives can return to normal pretty soon.
She's talking about my dad.
Thank you for your patience and understanding, and please have a great night.
Thank you, Mayor, for coming to speak at the dance.
I wonder what like Junior like thinks and or knows about like his dad or anything, you know?
Hey,
I got some news.
what's up?
That was my Aunt Peggy. She called and she said that I can live with her
Is it really far away?
in Topeka.
Topeka, Kansas.
Topeka. It's like 4 hours away.
Well,
4
we can
hours.
still see each other on weekends.
Oh, I'm busy on weekends now.
You look so beautiful.
You said that already.
Just wanted to make sure you heard me.
Nope, nope.
Nat, I'm sorry. Nat.
So much for cool guy, huh?
This guy. It's popping in, you know? Sarah just thinks that you guys do all this stuff.
You think anyone gave a damn about some cleaning lady from the suicide slums? After she died, I realized no one was ever coming to save us. So I decided right then and there, I'd do it myself. But if you try to stop me from saving the people I love here in Hobbs Bay, that's something I won't allow. I'll have my people send over all of Dr. Hook's research files.
What? I mean, there's some good stuff here.
Don't trust him at all. He threatened John Henry's not sister.
I never did live that one down.
Mr. Cushing?
Yes, sir.
So, I was wondering if maybe I could volunteer at the station during the week instead.
I thought you worked at Britton Dunn's during the week. Well, maybe this just isn't the right fit for you.
No, it's not that. It's just I had this other commitment pop up.
Well, son, I guess you're gonna have to figure out which one's more important to you.
Say the word, and I'll go in there and scare the living hell out of you.
Say the word.
Oh man, I love Sam.
Fucking shaking. Yeah, I say it. Oh, it's so funny.
I've never kissed anyone before. I mean, I've never even dated anyone before. Now there's this guy inside who really likes me, and I really like him, but I can't go back in there. He's gonna think I'm some kind of weirdo.
The way that kid's been looking at you all day, there's nothing you could do to make him think that. You are the toughest kid I know. You can do this.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Aww.
So, that thing that I was telling you about, the fire station, Mr. Cushing said that he could only use me if it was on the weekends. Which means that the only way I could see you is...
If you turn it down.
Right, which I was
You
gonna...
can't do that.
No, I have to.
No, you don't.
But I want to see you.
Yeah, and I want to see you. But what you've done for me, what your family's done for me, I mean, you've all sacrificed so much to help me.
I love you, Candace.
I love you too.
Four hours there, 4 hours back. If I can get Jordan to fly me there, I can probably save like 6 hours.
Yeah, right?
You know, maybe I should get going.
No. Not yet.
It's dancing time!
Yes, someone's got to start the dance.
Use your help with a little something.
Did you just refer to yourself by your own nickname?
I believe I did, yes.
That's some confidence right there.
Let's start the dance. Let's dance some.
Oh,
And just
What do you
dance.
ask? What do you ask for? Oh my god, I didn't expect him to be this. This is great.
Oh, what are you doing, Chrissy?
Is Lana watching, Aaron?
I don't know.
Are we gonna get some drama?
I mean, she signed a divorce papers. She want to go further along with it.
No drama, alright? Respect.
I am going to this dance, Clark. It is very, very important to me. And if you want to come with me, great, but I need you to get dressed.
You can get dressed like that. Uh-oh.
Find out where the hell that bleach is coming from now.
Yes, ma'am.
He's... Ah! Hot damn!
There's James.
Access to your biggest secrets.
What secrets?
I don't know.
He's gonna download the data. Kryptonite?
I want that. That's got USB-C, so I gotta find the port. Oh, that looks good.
What's that?
Go.
No, scan your eye again. Turn it off.
Oh, got the thing.
Yeah, kryptonite blade too.
And you can phase it.
Oh, it's like, oh. It's fighting Lemillion. Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh man. Disable the suit. He's half in the wall, half out.
Ah, cool.
You okay?
She got to actually
Not
stop.
really. I want to go so badly, but I can't.
So, how was it? It's okay, I guess. You know, nothing crazy.
Please tell me you got pictures.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lane. We totally forgot.
That was my one chance to see everyone dressed up and dancing.
Maybe not. If you're up for it.
Clark, you're so cute.
Look at you.
You better dance with me.
Of course.
If you're asking me to dance, the answer's a firm no.
Mind if I cut in?
By all means.
You cutie. You wash your hair?
I love you, Mom.
We need to talk. Turns out this Deadline character managed to get the locations of several of our top facilities.
What kind of facilities?
Ones that store sensitive assets. So while you were fighting Deadline, the rest of Intergang was silently raiding the cupboards.
What did they take?
This is our new priority.
Looks just like him. Only more dead.
For now.
Bizarro. I can't believe it! Remember when they killed him? I was so upset.
I mean, if he can bring things back from the dead,
that's bizarre.
Even my Bulbasaur wears glasses, so you can't tell who he is.
I can't tell who he is.
He could be a superhero.
I can tell who Bizarro is, though.
Oh,
He
man.
does not wear glasses.
Get
In
a
fact, he
Bizarro.
probably has great vision. Because Clark doesn't.
I mean, him being like a good guy before, like, maybe if they bring him back to life, like, we get like a evil Bizarro as opposed to like someone who's trying to just save his world, you know?
Yeah, controlled one.
Yeah, something like that. Just
That's a hell of a twist. Did not expect it. Makes perfect sense that they would just keep that dead body, you know? And I was so upset when, what was his name? Anderson killed him last season. I was like, what? That's the end of Bizarro, fuck. It's not. Because it's a comic book show.
But yeah, no body. Well, we have body. We have more body.
Sometimes the rule doesn't apply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The, I guess, Deadline guy, I thought it was kind of interesting the way he worked. Like, it was kind of cool.
His
Him
phasing ability.
but, like, stabbing. Like, it makes sense to, like, you do more of, like, a, like, really remind me of Lemillion from MHA, the way he can kind of, like, control parts of his body and have it, like, phase through one and hit in another spot and do stuff like that. Like, it felt like he was phasing through, then stabbing with his knife.
Yeah,
like, that's
I
a
was
really cool
unsure
way.
what the chess piece was doing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, like, a tech. Because it seemed like he hit it and it started shocking, and then he was like uncontrollably phasing, and then got locked into the wall.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was so much a power or if it was like a mixture of the two.
I mean, it's got to be a power of some kind, right? Because I mean, that's what he's doing, is using Superman's blood to do all this. But I get you. Because I mean, if it's just a guy in a suit and I blew super cold air, like I'm gonna freeze around like up here, that's gonna hurt, right?
Sure, but if you can phase through it and it doesn't hit him,
or if I can just be like, he has no power.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's the thing about Superman Rose Gallery. They all have to at least be able to take a punch from Superman.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly high in terms of power scaling.
Sure. Is it always a full powered hit every time? I don't know. Maybe that's a little wiggle room.
Sure. I get you. But like, to be compelling, like he needs a... You don't want to just be Clark not being challenged. You
he's
know?
hit humans before. I don't imagine he hits them for the same that he hits
I
like
understand.
Bizarro or something for, right?
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit of like versus
Right. I definitely, as soon as I saw that guy being like, ha ha, I would have been like, well, blow that shit up real quick, then we're gonna fight.
Well, he didn't
I would
see
have been
that,
like,
right?
I don't know what's going on here, but I blew all this shit up.
He didn't see that stuff.
You don't see it?
No, that was before he broke open the door.
He can't hear it though. He can hear from like counties over. I'd be like, oh fuck, what's happening there? Oh, he's putting something on there. Oh no, it says downloading. Oh shit.
I don't know. It also said transferring.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it would be like an all or nothing kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like typically, yeah, like when you're downloading, usually if you don't get to 100%,
Sure.
You don't really have everything there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Especially if you had to download and transfer. But anyway, no, they got at least what they were after. What do you call it? Your greatest secrets or whatever? Your biggest secrets.
You got the big secrets. Yep.
I enjoyed Sam a lot in this episode too.
Me too. I always enjoy Sam.
I liked him coming out and being like, you say the word and I
say
go
the word.
scare the shit out of that kid.
I thought, I don't know. I thought what that kid was doing was creepy. I think it's weird to like come out and find someone that didn't give me like their express information.
Sure.
I think it's
I mean,
I'm just gonna pop up.
He also didn't do it just for no reason, right? Like he called the one number he had.
He did
to try to be like, "Hey, is it possible for me to get her
which,
number?"
And which that makes me think like,
in which Sarah
should have said something.
In which Sarah didn't go, "Hey Nat, here's
Yeah.
what happened. Should I just tell him to come here? Should I give him your number or any
Sure.
of that?" She said, "You should come here and find her." You know,
Yeah.
like so, like I'm like, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But there was at least another step that he didn't just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He called first, trying to be like, "Hey, can I get her number so I can talk to her?" Mm-hmm. And then she was like, "No, just show up."
Yeah, that was weird too. I know.
All right.
I know that Sarah's going through some stuff as well, but man, you don't know these guys.
Sure.
Just because they had a pleasant conversation doesn't mean that he should just know where she lives, and there's a lot of stuff there, you know?
I suppose so. Yeah. I mean, he's another high schooler, so like if it was like at the Smallville high school, it may be different, right?
Maybe,
Because
yeah.
she had just moved there. You could have the same kind of thing happen there, but it feels less of an issue of driving from another city.
Yeah.
Is what you're thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to like, I don't know. If that guy just lived at Smallville, went to Smallville High School, they met at a party there for the first time, and he's like, "Oh, hey, let me come to your house."
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about it that felt off. But I mean, I like the story that she's she's lived a life of terror and resistance and hasn't had time to do any of that type of socialization and stuff. I think that's going to be an interesting story.
Sure.
But I'm just incredibly suspicious of this kid.
I hope it's going in a route of like her trying to find a life here as opposed to like, this is a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, like him just being actually interested in her, and it's not like I know that this is the daughter of John Henry, so I'm going to be a spy or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be that. I just want her. I love her like calling him Grandpa, like Sam and stuff. Like
me too.
it feels like she's starting to settle in and feel more comfortable with who she's with and what's going on.
And now he's on senior swipe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They should help him out with profile pictures. I always feel like older people don't know what makes a good profile picture.
He's like, is this good? And it's like right here.
Get me on the ATV. Why are you revving it? We can't hear anything. Take the picture.
I feel like I can see why Mannheim feels that he is a good guy, like the hero of his story. Like his story of like toxic waste, no one cares for what we are.
Sure.
So like there's no one to help him in the legal means, so he starts going into an illegal route to try to build up and help his area.
Yeah.
Like I get like he is bettering some people's lives.
Yeah.
But also
No, I
he
get
is
you.
destroying other lives.
I don't think any villain thinks like I'm the bad guy now.
Sure.
Except for when it's not written well.
Yeah. I like having the element where I'm like, I see the good he is doing, but I know he's also doing bad.
Yeah.
And it's more compelling that way as opposed to just it is a bad guy for a bad guy's sake.
It's just that the way that he's arguing these things is like Lois will bring up a point when I'm like, what about what was his name? Henry Miller. Henry Miller, he's dead and all that stuff. And he goes, well, I won't answer that question, but I'll answer a whole question you didn't ask. And then he goes off into that. I'm like, no. We need to talk about the shit I know you've done. Like, you just took John Henry's sister and put a bomb on her.
Yeah.
And just said, like, I'm a good person.
To have
no, you have to say, I'm a piece of shit, and then we'll move on.
To try to open it like, all you gotta do is ask me, and I'll tell you whatever, and then to avoid everything that she's asking.
He avoids everything that
she's
actually asking.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
No, it's not like I'm like, he is a good guy, and I hope they don't ruin what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's just like, I see the good that he is doing.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't do all the other bad stuff.
Also,
or he should stop that at a point to be like, I have built myself up with this empire. I want to get rid of all that bad stuff that I was doing to better people's lives.
And then, like, the whole plan of, like, look, we're going to go to his hospital. I'm going to be able to find stuff out. And it didn't last very long.
I mean, she got research files.
Doctor. He said I'll send them to you.
Yeah, the doctor's research files.
Yeah, but who knows if that's going to be everything?
I don't know.
Might leave some shit out.
Yeah, we might have some information.
We suddenly trust that he's going to give all the information?
Well, I mean, we know that they
even if I trusted him, I wouldn't expect I got all the information. Especially not, like, medical information from people. But still.
The scene inside the cancer treatment stuff was, I mean, it was good, sad. It was felt rough, felt grounded a little bit, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, it was just the stories that they were telling felt like real stories, you know.
They did. Those two actresses were fantastic in it. They had that when they were talking about the pool, right? And they were talking about just the feeling of like Lois needs she needs to have that maverick spirit, and she needs to be able to push and keep going, because once you stop, the choice is going to be taken away from you more and more and more as you get more and more tired.
Sure.
I like that they recognized that, but they also saw it as like I remember when that happened. That was nice.
Like, is the line that it will help her to keep herself going, or I could feel the other way too, right? Like, she has that drive now, but what happens when that's gone?
Yeah.
How, like, I don't know, how defeated will she feel? Like,
and
here, where she's like, I want to go so badly, but I can't,
Yeah. And how does Clark processes it? Because it still feels like he's like, well, she's Lois Lane. She's strong. She will fight and she will win. Like it's not even a possibility for him. It might not work out that way.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it's feeling.
I just want her to
right
get
now.
better. Like that kind of idea. No, I get what you mean.
Like when you just like they say like, how you doing? And you go, oh, fine. It's like, you're not fine. You're the opposite of fine.
That's most of the answers that people want to give, right?
Right? They're just trying to be courteous. But when you're in there with a room full of people that know exactly what they're talking about, like...
Well, I stubbed my toe today, or,
Be honest.
whatever. Like, no one's... Regardless if it's a real big or real little thing, people just say, I'm doing good.
Sure.
Just to move on, usually. People don't want to complain about what their life is like. But, yeah.
Plus, I guess you don't want to get in that trap sometimes, too, right? You're going down the street, hey, how you doing? You know? You want fine or you want good? Fine is they're not doing great, and good is they're fine.
Good is they're fine. Yeah.
But every once in a while, you get someone that's like, well, my sister's going down to Richmond, in 2 weeks. And I'll be like, I just said, how you doing? You say fine or good, and then we're done.
We're done. It's our
transaction. I don't know who your sister is. I don't know how long it takes to get to Richmond.
Sure.
I don't want to know why she's going there.
Yeah.
I just need to know if you're fine or good.
This is to like you're checking out at the grocery store, right? And you're like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You're expecting to have like a quick interaction, not a like, oh, well.
But yeah, that scene was... I really enjoyed the performance of the one lady that's like, that'll change.
Sure.
Yeah, it was really good. It really felt like whoever's writing the storyline this season has gone through some shit. Yep.
I'm also glad that the Sarah and Junior moment, like Sarah reaching out, trying to help, but also Lana not just... I felt like she could have really flown off and like gotten really angry about everything, but she did take a moment to let her talk and then be like, that's great. Don't drink it next time.
Sure, yes. Yeah.
So I'm glad it went a little better than the last argument they had, especially with everything that's built up so far. And it's like, we're trying to better the route that we're going. And it leads her to be like, we're going to name the town hall after the mayor. And try to like, look, we don't want to just throw him under the bus of here's all the bad stuff he did, especially with how everything already is, Let's lay it to rest and then try to fix what issues he did. I feel like that's the route she wants to go.
Yeah, I agree. Being able to learn from Sarah that, like, look, just because these, somebody has done something doesn't mean that they're not unworthy of empathy, friendship.
Sure.
And
we have Kyle and Chrissy
shoulder to cry
like having like relationship and friendship and
more
two lonely people that are like, you know what? I'm gonna dance, get everyone on the floor, and you're gonna join me.
This is the third time they've been together now, right?
I think so.
Three's like
a company.
We're kind of in a relationship.
Yeah. Is it? Is that what it is?
I would say so.
No, it's not just like you can't just like have hookups for the same person. And
the thing is, you can, but with really good communication. I feel like they're not communicating as much. They're just kind of falling into a relationship.
Oh yeah, sure.
I get
what you mean. I don't think Lana should be able to be mad though.
No, I'm not saying she should be able to, but it's a natural feeling.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't like you were saying about like the drama like really building up.
I feel like a not a lesser show, but different shows would like have her like in the doorway sitting it, but
like a soap opera
term, but it didn't happen. Which I'm glad for.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't want to focus on the drama, but I wouldn't mind because Superman Lois handles their drama very well. Other shows not so much.
Sure. No, I mean things with Lois and everything. I like that Clark. It's like, we can have a dance.
Yeah.
You can see them dance in their suits and stuff. Let's do it. So, I like that moment, too.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I believe you have Q&As.
All right. Ross Mack just says, for episode 5, this episode was directed by David Ramsey, which I didn't notice that.
Very cool. Old Diggle, huh? But which David Ramsey? Earth Prime David Ramsey, or is this a different David Ramsey?
I don't know.
What kind of directorial expertise does he have? Because he's different from the other one, right?
No, David Ramsey is David Ramsey. That's our...
I'm real petty, I'm sorry.
All right, Bowser the Simp King. Quite the ending. Bizarro being back in play. Do you think that the DoD, for future references, should be completely transparent about everything that they have that is related to Superman, so there is no more surprises for him?
Yeah. I mean, all war is deception, and you don't want to give everybody your cards, but I feel like Superman has earned honesty about 10,000 times. So, yeah, I'd probably tell him. I wouldn't tell anybody else. I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't go to, like, the public square and be like, hey, everybody.
Well, especially with Sam.
We kept Bizarro's body.
Well, why isn't Sam
See you next week.
everything they have?
Yeah.
Right? Like, why not?
Does Sam know?
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't
I mean,
know.
he's the general, right?
Oh, yeah, but he also retired once.
Maybe he's back in charge. I don't know.
Is he Michael Jordan?
Maybe. Hayden Collins says, so with the reveal that Mannheim has a clone of Superman, do you think that this might be a redundant enemy, given that he previously had Tauro and Bizarro already? One who was literally another version of Superman. So, like, are we retreading into the same kind of stuff?
I mean, it's why I hope that it's not just, we've made Bizarro just a straight up villain now. Like, I want him to continue and grow, and this might be an opportunity to do that, reintroduce him to the story here.
Sure. Ross Mack says, oh my god, Bizarro's body. Could Bruno Mannheim be able to get Bizarro's body alive, or is it possible that he could clone Superman somehow? I mean, he did have a lot of Superman's blood, so like, could we go the route of cloning Superman to make a different Bizarro, I suppose?
Honestly, when someone in the Patreon Q&A, or I'm sorry, poll, talked about, well, what if like you created something like Connor, like a clone of Superman?
Yeah.
Would be very interesting, considering we already have so much as Superman as a father here. And then in the other stories, like Young Justice, it'd be like,
bye,
see ya. Whereas this one understands. So that would be, I think, really cool ground to tread. I mean, we've already seen how good they are with like Candace and someone that needs something. They just give everything.
So maybe
going
around, rather than bringing back Bizarro, we use what we have to create a new character that's going to be a little different.
I mean, you could have stories like, Jonathan feeling, he has had that insecurity that he's not powered, and then this clone, that he's treating like a son, and he has powers. Just accept him. I don't know. You could probably find some stuff.
And then we have Jonathan's story going into like the fire,
I
don't know, with Kyle and stuff, like going in the fire department or whatever. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how his stuff plays out, given that he's in a family of superheroes, and like there's a reporter who's done all these crazy things, and he feels like he doesn't have anything he can do.
Yeah.
So. Darren says, I really appreciate how in-depth this cancer story is. Clark, just listening to those cancer patients for half the episode was just phenomenal, in my opinion, and found it just as gripping as some of the action scenes. How are y'all feeling about this story so far?
I think it's being done perfectly. The only reason I don't think I'm reacting harder is because I'm just like, I can't let the floodgates open. So I'm just kind of sitting there like, fucking hell yeah, respect, okay, gotcha, good, that was really good. But I can't get closer.
Sure, I get what you mean.
It's being done very well so far, I think.
No, I've liked it a lot.
I was slightly worried that they were going to go into it and then like introduce a lot of like, well, because of the supernatural Kryptonian stuff in here, it's like, well, everything's magic and happy and we're good,
Really?
But I like that we're getting not just the perspective of Lois, but we got the perspective of people that aren't, adjacent to the most powerful people in the world.
Gotcha. Then we also talk about concerns too of like Lois could die, like we're not knowing what the fate of the show is going to be.
Yeah.
What kind of route do we go with it too? And I think the story could be very interesting. So I really like it, and I'm curious to see where they go with it. And so far, it feels like a serious, grounded drama take, and not like it's being just tossed in for the drama specifically.
Yeah.
But that it's intertwined with everything.
Well, and also so much of cancer stories, I feel like, are you've gotten the diagnosis, and now you either are waiting until it's gone or you're waiting until it's taken you. And not a lot of cancer stories talk about, like, what do you do now? Like, you are still alive. You're still a person. You still have friends and family, and everything's right here. You're just also sick.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I feel like, stop living, which is nice to see Lois, like, I want to get up and do stuff. But she hasn't seen her limit until, like, she actually had a moment by herself finally. The house is empty, and she's like, okay, I can go do something, and then she just can't.
Sure.
And there's a strength in being able to recognize that, and I think that's the strength of this story in this show.
I get what you mean. I think a lot of them, they usually focus on like the destination of everything wrapping up, not the journey going through it and what it's like for someone like that, right?
Yeah.
Logan Britton says, do you think that we could revive Bizarro and send him back home after he's been revived? Because I doubt he'd want to stay here because of his family and stuff. Plus, then we might see how our Tal is doing.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where you go with Bizarro from here, but surely there's options. Like, if you want me to come up with some options, I come up with some options, but I don't know what they're going to do. I'm excited though.
I Heart Caramel says, did you ever go to any school dances, and if so, what were they like? I mean, most of it is always the guys always just kind of standing around. I feel like there's a lot of them on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people would necessarily dance. My prom, I felt like everyone was dancing.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few times I felt like there's a lot of dancing. Homecoming too, but anything before high school especially felt like, we're kind of here. Some people kind of dance a little bit. If you have one of those snowball moments, everyone dances for a little while because it's like you got to.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it's, at least growing up for me, like it was the few times where everybody around you is like allowed to look and appreciate someone more than just like a classmate, like, yeah, you would have crushes on, I have a crush on a girl, or girls have crushes on guys, but like there it's like, no, it's up and out and open. We talk about it, and they're dating this, and it's not just the rigors of school and trying to learn and all that stuff. It's a lot more open and free, and that can be really scary. It never really bothered me much. I just always had other stuff I'd rather do than dance, Like I just, between sports and farming, and I just didn't have time. I don't want to go dancing. I want to do a LAN party or like a bonfire or something. Like the girls can come. We'll have a good time. I just don't, I don't like wearing a suit. I don't like wearing these shoes. What if the zombie apocalypse happens right now and I'm wearing these slippery shoes?
What?
Think about that all the time.
That sounds ridiculous. Most of ours didn't have like suits and stuff. It was just kind of like you wore what you wore.
Sure.
At least in like
we wore
grade school and stuff like that.
You wore like your nice church clothes until you got to a certain point, and then you started getting suits. That's way different for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds ridiculous.
You didn't wear nice church clothes?
I didn't go to church.
That's true. I ain't wearing nothing.
Sean, I think, is saying, this just proves that even though your main character isn't using their powers all the time, it doesn't mean it has to be a bad episode. Cough, cough, flash. Cough, cough.
What'd you say? Cough, cough, what?
Flash.
Oh.
The stories are actually interesting in this show, which I think they're doing a really good job. It's one of the things I think that Eric and I both talked about is the writers and the way the story progresses in this show has so far, and this has been 3 seasons in, felt real and natural as opposed to very soap opera drama-y that some of the other shows have had. Or even just like, it doesn't even have to be just like CW or any of that kind of stuff. There's tons of shows that do that, and they don't do it that well. And I think Superman Lois did great.
Granted, our characters are generally older here, right? Like we have an older Superman and Lois that have children, that are teenagers, and I think that the tone demands a little bit more maturity than some of the other stuff. But yeah, I get you. Like, there's just some stuff on other shows like Flash where I'm like, I have no enjoyment watching this scene. Because 1, I've seen this scene 10 times in this show already, and 2, like, there's just stuff doesn't progress sometimes.
Yeah, that's one thing too. Is like Superman never feels like it's spinning its wheels, never feels like it's a freak of the week, and they never.
It also only has 3 seasons to stuff to avoid,
and they only go to like episode 12, right? They're not trying to fill out a 20-some episode season. Mm-hmm. It feels more like they're trying to tell the story they want to tell in the episodes that they're going to be doing it in. So I like that a lot. Bruce says, "What if the Doomsday twist of last season was not a twist? Could Bizarro become Doomsday in a similar way that Zod becomes in a BVS? Show can be teasing that Lois may die, but instead is Superman gonna die?
Yeah,
with like a Doomsday story.
I get you. I can see something like that happen. I mean, honestly, I find the cancer storyline way more compelling than like yet another Doomsday.
I don't. As long as it doesn't feel like it's tacked on, because I feel like there was a lot of stuff going on in that story where it could have been. We didn't need the Doomsday thing.
Yeah.
It could have been like we have to fight each other and then come to terms and then just stop Lex Luthor from doing stuff. Mm-hmm. Instead, it's like, oh, now we also got Doomsday. Yeah. Better get Wonder Woman in here to help out with that a little bit. Like, it started getting too much. We didn't need that much.
I agree.
So I don't want it to be tacked on, added for no reason. And so far, Superman and Lois have, I think, done a really good job with reasonings and twists and what they've been doing. So
agreed.
I look forward to the future of what the story's going to be.
Yeah. I wouldn't be unwelcome to that thing, but I don't feel like there's anything missing right now necessarily.
Sure.
I mean, yes, a good villain, but I think Bruno's fine. I like the actor a lot.
Yeah.
There's just nothing in there that I've been like, oh yeah, he's fucking. You gotta watch out for him,
Sure. But he could.
But Bizarro thing could be really interesting.
He could be a step into making what is gonna be the season villain.
True.
Right. Where it's like, here's the first half kind of dealing with Bruno, and now, what if you revive Bizarro What if he, like, there was a few people asking, like, will he have the memories he had from before? Will he not? Will he be controlled by Bruno? Yeah. Can Bruno not control him? What if he gets killed by Bizarro, bringing him back, and now this Bizarro is on the loose, and we have to stop him again or something? You know?
And there's onomatopoeia still, too.
Yeah, which we didn't see at all.
We don't know anything about. We don't know what their limits are. Why they can do what they do.
Yeah, we don't know how it's Nat.
It's not Nat! Is it Nat?
Is that our poll?
That's our poll. No. Have we done that yet? No. We've talked about it a bit.
Yeah. All right, guys, poll for this week. Eric thinks Mateo might be suspicious. I think he's just a high schooler kid who called and said, hey, can I get her number? She said, no, come here and get it yourself if you really want it. And he's like, damn, I really do want it. I guess I'll go because her best friend told me to come.
Yep.
I don't think. I think he's fine. I just want to see Nat progressing and getting used to this earth that she's on now. So I'm gonna say no sus.
I go on the gut instinct of Grandpa Sam, who's I don't know about this kid. Get him out of here, you know. And there wasn't anything bad in there. It was just protection, you know. So his instinct is sus, and I go with Sam. I stand with Sam.
You mean he's done some bad things too.
Guys,
thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Superman and Lois with us. Make sure you subscribe as more episodes come back. We'll be watching them right here on the channel, which I think we're on a break. I don't know what's going on. Sorry we were late. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the episodes.
Yeah.